What's up, Gamerant community, and welcome back to another segment of Gamers Said, where a little while ago, in a galaxy right here, we asked you on Gamerant.com's threads, what is your favorite Star Wars game? And of course, there's so many Star Wars games, we all have all these great opinions, none of them are wrong really. Let's take a look what the Gamerant community had to say when we asked them that question. Alright, we're going to start off with a strong contender for all-time fave. Christian and Brody, you said, The Force Unleashed will always be my number one. I'm not taking anything away from other games, I just related to the character. I feel like back when The Force Unleashed first came out, it was revolutionary. It was like the game we'd all been waiting for to really harness the powers of a Jedi and also to see a great story told through a game that we hadn't seen before or we hadn't heard of before. I just wish I remembered it because it's been so long. Don't get me wrong, I remember bits and pieces of it and I remember like all of those force abilities and stuff like that, but man, can you believe how long ago that game came out? It must be old enough to buy a beer at this stage, but you know, in an age of remasters and remakes and stuff like that one must be up there for games that could definitely do a touch up, and you put like the Jedi Survivor kind of treatment to it, you know, that game would be outstanding. Nonetheless, an absolute classic and a great pick. Jarrell, I had a double take when I saw your name because I thought we were out here getting Superman's dad answering threads before GTA 6. Outlaws has been growing on you as a smuggler simulator, raiding an abandoned mine on Tatooine for the blaster part, getting ambushed by the Hutts on the way out because I kept stiffing them on jobs, and then speeding off to go hustle somebody at the nearest sabacc table. Just captures the scummy side of Star Wars. I don't get to play that often. Personally, I quite liked Star Wars Outlaws. Don't get me wrong, I didn't think it was like a 10 out of 10 Game of the Year contender, but I thought it was a reasonably strong title. I know people had mixed feelings about the protagonist in particular, how it kind of felt like they were just putting a different skin on Han Solo, but I thought it was nice to kind of get a game that wasn't showcasing Jedi powers. While those experiences are great, we have had them before, so it was kind of cool to see a different side of the Star Wars universe. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I certainly didn't mind it. Wouldn't be my favorite, but I can respect somebody enjoying it. Dave, you're not the only one that mentioned this game or these games. I'm going to pinpoint what you said here. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 were my all-time faves. Until I passed Fallen Order and Survivor, now it's a close tie. We'll touch on the latter in a little bit, but Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2, not a game I've had an opportunity to play yet. It is on my backlog, don't you worry. Despite the fact the game has been out for a very long time, we're still hearing about it, and then there was so much back and forth about a remake, which just goes to show there's obviously a demand for it, and there's obviously still plenty of popularity for it. We can't talk about your favorite Star Wars games without talking about Knights of the Old Republic. I haven't played it, but I know enough to know that this one, you can't miss it, otherwise this whole video becomes invalid, doesn't it? So I'm going to pick that one up. I'll get there eventually. So we're going to touch on the other one you mentioned, Dave. We'll plug into what Benjamin said. Nice, short and sweet. I like it. Jedi Survivor is pretty good. I haven't had a chance to play Survivor just yet. I probably played about an hour or two, but I did play Fallen Order and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was absolutely outstanding as far as just giving us a fresh experience in a universe and a franchise that we're all very familiar with. This is the exact approach you want to take. If you want a game to be successful and it's already got existing lore and it's already got an existing fan base, that this is exactly what I was looking for in a fresh Star Wars game. Being able to do something without having to follow the story of the movies that we've known for decades. It was just incredible. So I'm very keen to continue playing Survivor. I picked it up last month, so that is definitely on the agenda. Maybe after Survivor, I'll just continue the momentum and get into Knights of the Old Republic. We'll see. Okay, we're going to finish things off with Uros. Your name's popped up on quite a few of our threads, so I appreciate your output, and I'm really sorry if I keep butchering your name, but I want you to know that your feedback and your input is appreciated, because you've said one that everyone should be saying. The newer games like Jedi Survivor deserve their flowers, but nothing beats the classics. For me, it's the Lego games. I absolutely love the Lego games. Lego almost has Star Wars to thank for the success of their games, because without Lego Star Wars, there's no Lego Batman, there's no Lego Avengers, there's no Lego Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, none of them. There's absolutely nothing without Lego Star Wars. It was the one that got everything kicked off, and we were loving this comedic take on the story, this Lego stylizing, the fact that it was very co-op friendly, it was even kid friendly. You know, the game wasn't difficult. If you died, you just respawned, and having all these collectible characters was giving the opportunity to even just a tiny bit shed a bit of light on just how deep the Star Wars roster is as far as cast members, characters are concerned. By giving each character its own unique ability, the replayability of this game was phenomenal, because if you wanted to 100% it, you had to go back to every level with these characters that you unlocked a little bit later. So yeah, absolutely. Just like Knights of the Old Republic, we cannot talk about our favorite Star Wars games without Lego Star Wars. Now, if you asked me this question, I probably would have mentioned any of them. Well, obviously I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic, but it's not my favorite Star Wars game, don't get me wrong. But back when we were playing Flash games on, on our browsers and stuff, did anyone ever play, was it Jedi Trainer? It was that game where you would play and you would just control a lightsaber with your mouse and you would just deflect and you would attack these little robots that would shoot things at you. That one was locked deep in my memory bank. Let me know if you've played it before. I'm not dreaming. I know I'm not dreaming it. But Jedi Fallen Order would probably stand as my current favorite before playing Survivor and Knights of the Old Republic. So any of these answers could be very solid ones. Well, that's all I got time for. I just realized I've had Marvel in the background. I probably should have got something Star Wars related to stick behind me, hey? I guess I have to go and buy a Millennium Falcon and build it with Lego. Good as excuse as any, I think. But that's all I've got time for today, and I really appreciate you sticking around and joining in on the conversation. I'd love to hear what your favorite Star Wars game is, so drop a comment below this video and let me know. But if you've also got an opinion about anything, it doesn't have to be Star Wars, feel free to submit a thread to us on GameRant.com. I love reading about them, I love publishing them, and then coming back here every week and talking about the hottest topic that you just posted on our website. In the meantime, have a great week, happy gaming, and we'll see you around on GameRant.com.